The World Health Organization said Yemen is recording the highest country of patient cases due to the conflict. In addition, they said that the injuries accounted for 60%, as well as 36% of deaths among persons from 15 to 64 years of age. They added that the country has no official pre-hospital services, apart from those supported by EU humanitarian aid and provided by WHO. Local sources in Sana'a said that special forces from the Houthi intelligence stormed a company in Sana'a under the pretext of the company having connections with Israel. This report has more details.
Houthi intelligence agents stormed the Prodigy Systems offices in Sana'a that manages data collection of citizens who are eligible for humanitarian aid in cooperation with the international organizations. The Houthi agents forced some of the employees at gunpoint to sign documents accusing the company of working for Israel. They also arrested dozens of employees and detained them for investigation until the end of the day, and the company was closed for an indefinite period. According to sources, dozens of Houthi intelligence vehicles surrounded the company's building, which collects data and conducts field surveys on citizens eligible for relief aid on behalf of the United Nations and international organizations. The employees were later released after they were forced to sign papers accusing the company for working for Israel. These sources indicated that the Houthis confiscated the company's equipment, which employs more than 313 workers. They arrested the company's director and the heads of its departments and took them to an unknown destination, which is likely to be the building of the intelligence service. They forced the director to send a message to the employees reassuring them that the problem has been resolved and they were on temporary leave. The sources confirmed that the Houthi militia confiscated all the devices containing information about the displaced and those affected by the war. They believed Houthis wanted to prevent the company from conducting the field survey to verify the data of those eligible for international aid. Earlier, government data showed that 1 million fictitious names in Houthi-controlled areas receive food and cash aid, seized by the so-called Humanitarian Affairs Council, which controls relief organizations and local partners. As the sources mentioned that the Houthi militia wanted to carry out the field survey process through organizations and companies it established for this purpose, aiming to provide aid to its fighters. Meanwhile, human rights sources said that the closure of all independent, non-governmental organizations, the alternative organizations, and the control of militia leaders forced international organizations to use data provided by local partners, which work under the supervision or in partnership with the Houthi intelligence service. Yemeni human rights sources noted that this control made militia supervisors bargain with the families in the countryside to obtain aid and a monthly salary if their children were recruited. Most families were forced to submit the militia because they lacked financial sources. The Yemeni government rejected the results of the survey submitted by the World Food Programme on this eligible for aid, confirming that about 1 million names were unjustly approved. In militia-controlled areas, hundreds of thousands of displaced people and host communities were excluded in government-controlled areas. Subsequently, the government and the United Nations program agreed on a new survey using modern technologies to avoid previous issues.